The arena lights drop, the crowd erupts, and the music hits because tonight, wrestling fans everywhere are witnessing something they never thought they'd see again. Nikki Bella, or as she is now known, Nikki Garcia, stepping into the spotlight of WWE's Monday Night RAW with a fire, an attitude, and a fierce confidence that marks the true beginning of her unapologetic bad girl era. For the first time in years, she's not sharing the ring with her iconic twin sister Brie Garcia. This is Nikki, alone, unleashed, and ready to prove that even after becoming a mother, a businesswoman, and a veteran of the wrestling world, she can still dominate with the same electricity she had as a breakout star. But behind the roar of the crowd, behind the villainous smirks and swagger, there is a story, a deeply human one, about balancing fame, motherhood, heartbreak, co-parenting, and rediscovering herself at a moment when her fans thought her journey was reaching its final chapter. Because as Nikki opens the door to her new heel identity, she also opens up to us about the real-life transformation happening behind the scenes. And the truth is, her life right now is a whirlwind of contradictions. One day, she's staring down rivals in front of millions of viewers on Netflix. The next day, she's standing in a school hallway picking up her son Matteo, slipping instantly out of her larger-than-life persona and into full-time mom mode. It's a duality few can truly understand, but Nikki is living it every single week. I fly out on Sundays, I show up to Monday Night Raw, and I'm in full Nikki Bella mode, she says. Then on Tuesday morning, I land, pick up my son, and I'm instantly mom. The shift is so extreme, even she laughs about it, because the woman who intimidates entire stadiums turns into the softest, most nurturing version of herself the moment she sees Matteo's face. But even funnier, and surprisingly emotional, is what happened the moment little Matteo realized who his mother really is. At school, where kids were bragging about what their parents do, "My dad's a doctor," one boy proudly stated. Matteo didn't miss a beat. "Well, my mommy's a wrestler. Her name's Nikki Bella." For a kid who once barely understood how famous his mom is, suddenly saying it with pride changed everything. His teachers were stunned, the classmates were impressed, and Nikki? She earned cool points, something she didn't even know she needed. But as adorable as that moment was, there was one thing Matteo wasn't ready for: seeing someone hurt his mom. When he once watched Becky Lynch sucker punch Nikki during a match, he gasped. He looked up at his mom with confusion and sadness, because for him, it wasn't entertainment. It was his mother in danger. Nikki realized right then that while Matteo loves wrestling, he's not quite ready to watch her take hits. For now, she lets him enjoy the spectacle, but protects him from the pain. Now, stepping into her villain era means Nikki must enter the ring in the best physical shape possible. Especially as one of the respected veterans and a WWE Hall of Famer, she shares her intense routine. Cardio, weightlifting, sprinting, high-protein meals, even on days she's tired of eating steak, and tiny doses of creatine to enhance her performance. This is the discipline required for someone preparing to stand toe-to-toe with wrestlers younger, faster, and hungrier than ever. Nikki knows she's carrying the weight of a legacy, and she's determined to show new generations that she can still command the ring. She is not simply keeping up, she is setting the pace. But beneath that triumph lies the emotional complexity of stepping into the ring without Brie by her side. As identical twins, the two built an entire era of women's wrestling together. From the Bella Twins empire to their reality TV fame, they've been inseparable. And while Nikki has had solo runs, nothing fills the space like having her other half in the ring. It's hard stepping in alone, she admits. When you grow up doing everything together, you feel the absence immediately. Yet this challenge is also empowering. It forces her to rediscover the parts of herself that existed before the fame, before the duo, before the legacy. Still deep down, she knows this run, however long it lasts, will likely be her last. And she hopes when the time comes, she can end it the way it all began, with Brie by her side. Two bad girls are always better than one, she smirks. Of course, embracing her heel persona means accepting the noise, literal and emotional, from the crowds. Nikki laughs when recalling a moment in Boston where fans chanted "Cena left you," a reference to her very public breakup with John Cena years ago. The clip went viral, yet Nikki didn't even hear it in the moment. "I was so locked in, so deep in the zone, the words didn't touch me." It's a testament to her mental transformation, choosing strength over hurt, focus over noise. 7 years later, she's moved on, healed, evolved, and maybe, she adds, the world has too. As she prepares backstage for an epic night at Madison Square Garden, Nikki shows off her outfit. a blend of sexy tomboy energy and fall fashion. Baggy trousers, a hint of sparkle, winter white tones, and her signature exposed abs. This is her version of business casual. Powerhouse, feminine, unapologetic. E.T. joins her at her home, then rides with her to the show, capturing the energy of a woman who is equal parts glamorous, gritty, and grounded. She's also gearing up for WWE Survivor Series War Games on November 29th on ESPN, a major event that could define her final era in wrestling. But amid all the intensity, the fame, and the high-stakes performances, Nikki's personal life remains one of the most surprising chapters of her story. A year after her emotional and difficult divorce from Artem Chigvintsev, the two have found a way to co-parent beautifully. This Thanksgiving, it'll be just the three of them, Nikki, Artem, and Matteo. Despite everything, they are united by a shared mission, making life magical for their son. Matteo is always first, she says. We make everything special for him and we set aside everything else. Friends and teachers always comment that Matteo is the happiest kid they've ever met, and Nikki takes that as one of the proudest achievements of her life. Her life coach once told her to frame the situation positively. Matteo gets not one home, but two. And Nikki has honored that wisdom. She and Artem remain committed to keeping life joyful, stable, and full of love for their child. Even as she navigates co-parenting gracefully, Nikki is also dealing with a serious health scare from earlier this year. In July, she dislocated her breast implant during a wrestling mishap. Just one injury added to a lifetime of broken bones, bruised ribs, and neck issues. She recalls the agonizing pain, the struggle to breathe, walk, or even sneeze. And yet, when she got her MRI, doctors told her the implants were shockingly still intact. "You've got some good bags in there," they joked. But the chaos didn't end there. During a previous surgery, her pec muscle had been holding a broken implant in place without her knowing. Now, despite the scare, she's planning to get everything fixed and return to her original size. "I have the perfect excuse now," she laughs, blending pain with humor as only she can. With all these transitions, fans wonder, is Nikki ready for romance? The answer is yes. Kind of. She's open to dating, curious, even craving a little attention again. But she's protective of her life's balance. She's busy, fulfilled, and in a rhythm that works for her and Matteo. "I don't want someone coming in and messing up my balance," she admits with honesty and vulnerability. Yet she does miss the butterflies, the flirting, the spark, the excitement of feeling wanted. The door to love isn't closed. It's just waiting for the right person, the right moment, the right energy. Of all the joys in her life, Nikki lights up most when talking about Matteo's personality. The little boy is energetic, fearless, and already a performer. Whether he's dancing, narrating his own shows, or taking over the stage during recitals, Matteo is bursting with charisma. Teachers struggle to get him off stage. He loves baseball, has a surprisingly strong throwing arm, and is showing signs of becoming both an entertainer and an athlete, just like his parents. Nikki beams with pride every time she talks about him because he is the center of her world. Her life, in all its complexity, wrestler, mother, co-parent, performer, single woman, veteran, villain, survivor, is not just a comeback story. It's a rebirth, a reinvention, a final fearless run before she closes this chapter for good. And as she stands in the ring, staring down opponents, fans chanting, cameras flashing, she knows exactly who she is. Nikki Bella, the woman who changed women's wrestling forever. And now, transformed into her fiercest alter ego yet, she's ready to end her journey with fire, with power, and with a legacy only she could create.